Oh, hey, you're here for the Week 12 quarterback rankings, aren't you, pal? Well, buckle up. I'm going to rank every single Sunday Week 12 quarterback right now. The Fantasy Football Show. Yeah, it begins right now.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios, it's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
Right in front of your face, good people. You're looking at all of Week 12 Sunday quarterbacks, and we're going to rank them in order of how I see them scoring. And I'm going to throw out some, I don't know. I'll throw out some predictions as well, some projections. Maybe not for everybody, but kind of like I did with the Turkey Day players. I projected about 50% of their stat lines, and I don't know that it's all going to add up. I'm spitballing it, people. I'm doing it live. Okay, I'm doing it live. I don't know if every single yard's going to be accounted for. If I tell you that that Patrick Mahomes is going to throw for 323 yards or something, I don't know if I'm going to overshoot that with the wide receivers or undershoot it. I'm spitballing it, people. But let's break down the Week 12 fantasy football quarterback. So we obviously don't have Josh Allen. We obviously don't have any of these guys on screen that played like golf, that played on Turkey Day. So we're gonna start off with Patrick Mahomes. Where's Patrick? Patrick, please report to the front stage. You are gonna be week number 12. Number one quarterback. Let's give him against he's at home versus the Los Angeles Rams. Let's give him 3 touchdowns total. I don't know if one of those will be a running, a sneak, a 1-yard plunge into the end zone. We'll call it 3 passing touchdowns. We'll go 3 passing touchdowns, 325 yards. I think he has quite a day against the Rams. You are the number 1 quarterback in week number 12, Patrick Mahomes. Congratulations. Next up would be the man they call... Who do I make number 2? I think it's going to be Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is going to have himself a day. Let's call this 3 total touchdowns as well. Let's call it, I don't know. What do we say? Patrick Mahomes at 3. Let's say 325 for Patrick Mahomes. 310 total yards. Probably 40 or 50 are going to be running. 3 total touchdowns. One of them probably will be running, if not 2. Maybe he throws for 1. Maybe he throws 1 touchdown to A.J. Brown, and then he runs in 2. I don't know. 3 TDs is all you got to worry about. 3 TDs for the man known as Jalen Hurts. Jalen also having quite a day, I must say. Next up would be... Is it Burrow? I think it's going to be Burrow. I think Burrow's going to ball out. He's got his weapon back. And when I say weapon, I mean nuclear weapon. And I don't know how well or how healthy Jamar Chase is going to look in this one. But Joseph Burrow is going to have a 3 TD, 305-yard day. So we've got... I know I'm throwing out touchdowns like they're candy right now. We've got 3 TD touchdown passing fools today. Everybody scores. Don't worry, I'm gonna calm down a little bit. I just feel like we might see a real high scoring week number 12. Okay, we had a pretty mellow week 11, and I think we all came out of Sunday pretty let down that a lot of our big name players either were on bye or they didn't do anything. So I'm kind of feeling like we're going to see a lot of scoring. So 3 TDs, 3 TDs, 3 TDs for these gentlemen right here. Now Tua has to probably be 4th. And I mean, how do we not have him throwing 3 TDs? I don't know if we can have Tua tossing three touchdown passes as well. Seems a little unrealistic, but let's say he has 2. Okay, he has 1 to Hill, he has 1 to Waddle, and he has about 290 yards, maybe 300 yards, maybe 310. Maybe he has more yardage than Burrow, but he has one less touchdown. We'll give him 2 TDs, okay? Because we got to be at some point we got to come back down to earth. Now we're looking at Lamar Jackson, or who's going to be next? Herbert or Dak, Dak already played. Geno. Let's see here. Let's go Lamar. Lamar Jackson has kind of been disappointing. I think he could have a bounce back game. It wouldn't shock me if he played up in this area in this contest because everyone's doubting him. And I'm not saying he's going to be consistent. I think he will be up and down. He runs too much. He's injured. He's been struggling a lot. Different facets of his game. There's a lot to be worried about for sure, but I also think there's a lot of panic, and people are panicking when they shouldn't. They don't really have a reason to panic because you've already got him on your team, right? Trading's pretty much non-existent for most leagues. The deadline's passed, but it's like you don't contemplate putting him on the bench for a mediocre option. I had a Bob text me today on the text line and say, should I start Jimmy G over Lamar Jackson? You can't think like that. You got to start your studs. I'm going to say 240, 250 yards, maybe like 280 total and 2 scores. I think he'll have a decent day. He's not going to have the best day of his life, but it'll be a good day. I think a very similar outing for Justin Herbert. Without Mike Williams, I think he's still down some weapons. I don't like that, but I think he still survives. He still does well. Going to be around the same amount of yardage and touchdowns as Lamar, I suppose. I could see Herbert having the same numbers as Tua. Yeah, but I'm going to put him here. That would leave me Kyler, Tom Brady, not Mr. Unlimited, not Aaron Rodgers with the broken thumb. No, not Jimmy G. Fields, the reason Fields is not... Look, he's truly questionable to play. If Justin Fields ends up playing, of course, he could rank in this area right here. He could rank 1 if he ended up running and he wasn't held back in terms of, rushing stats and being able to matriculate down the field with his legs. But look, there's a really good shot if he plays at all. He's questionable, truly questionable. If he plays at all, you're going to probably see him not running as much. And if he doesn't run as much, he won't be as valuable. I'm going to put him right here. I could live to regret this. He could go out there and not be limited on the ground and have 100 yards rushing, a touchdown on the ground, throw a touchdown, have 180 yards passing, and still have a really good day. And everybody say, look, you doubted this kid. Now look at you. You doubted this kid. Don't you feel like an idiot? And that could be the case. But if you're telling me he's 50-50 to play in this game, I can't rank him any higher than this anyway. And then you tell me that there's a good chance he probably won't be running the football with a separated shoulder, dislocated shoulder. We've got reports all over. It is a dislocated shoulder, Smitty. There's somebody on the web that said he's got an MD. He said that he's not going to play, or he said that it's not separated. Then the other MD says, yes, it is separated. Then the other guy said that the ligaments are barely held on. The other guy said that it's... Nobody knows. What I can tell you is that we have heard word that there's ligament damage. We have heard word that he did separate the shoulder. He didn't. He did dislocate it. He didn't. We don't really know. All we know is that his shoulder is bad enough to where he's 50-50. Very, very, very questionable to play in this game. And that's of this recording, here on Saturday. Or Friday. What is it? It's Friday. What is it? It's Friday. It's Friday, the Black Friday the 25th. Sorry. I barely know what day it is half the time. I'm putting Fields right here. Okay? If he doesn't play, obviously you take him off the board. but there's some reason to believe he won't have the day that we all would expect him to have. Thomas Brady is probably going to rank right here. For me, I'm going to stop projecting some of this at this point. Kyler Murray, probably put him right here. I think Kyler, Brady, Fields, Herbert, Lamar, they're all capable of floating up 4 or 5 spots. I want everybody to know this is look at this quarterback crew. This is a very strong quarterback lineup right here. Any one of these guys could outscore the other. That's a great looking group of quarterbacks. Now it starts getting thin really quick. The drop off happens very, very fast. At this point, I mean, do we go with, man, I don't even know where to go from here. Probably A-Rod, even with the broken thumb. We're going to say A-Rod deserves to be in this conversation right here. Trevor Lawrence, maybe. Trevor Lawrence throwing to ETN. Let's say Trevor Lawrence throws a touchdown to ETN today. ETN, have a day. ETN have a big day, please. Let's have ETN have a total of 125 yards and a touchdown for ETN. 125 total yards. And Rashad White, Thomas Brady's new toy, Leonard Fournette is likely not playing. That means it's Rashad White day. All of you that participated in the Rashad White patience, executing the amount of patience that was needed to wait on this man, Rashad White, on your bench.
To the moon.
All of you to the moon, because Rashad White day is finally here. 115 total yards and a touchdown for Rashad White. Feels like an appropriate number. Derek Carr. Do we go Derek Carr here? Is Jimmy G, because of all of his weapons, is he deserving here? Matt Ryan, Heineke. What are we doing? This is a big grab bag of quarterbacks at this point. This is like put them in a blender and turn on the blender. I don't know. We'll put Derek Carr here. We'll put let's put Mike White right here. I think Mike White. I hope Mike White turns heads. I hope Mike White is who we thought he is and was and will be. I really truly hope that we feel that way. This kid's a surgeon on the field. Now, I don't know if maybe his confidence is shattered and rattled. It could be. I don't know if he doesn't have Breece Hall. Like, there's a lot of things that are disappointing right now. Mike White finally gets his shot, and he's got a short deck. He's got a bad hand dealt to him, but I think he steps up. Now, Michael Carter could have a day because he does like to check down. Mike White's a check down king. I wouldn't be shocked if Michael Carter had like 10 receptions in this one. Assuming Michael Carter's healthy and everything's good to go with him. But let's see. Who else are we going to put up here? Jimmy G. Maybe. Matt Ryan. Maybe. And I don't know. I'm not going to even rank the rest of these guys. Pickett. Mariota. Mr. Unlimited. Heineke. We got a bunch of backup quarterbacks starting this week. I'm going to go ahead and leave it right here and let you marinate on this right here. These are my quarterbacks heading into week number 12, my week 12 fantasy football quarterback rankings. Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Joseph Cigar Smoking Burrow. Where is my... People are getting burrowed left and right, and people are going to remember it.
Get burrowed.
Get burrowed. Tua, Lamar, Herbert, and Fields. Fields, of course, again, he's either off the board completely or he rises up if he's going to be running the football more than we think. I just have him right in the middle. I mean, he looks dead center in the middle of that lineup, doesn't he? He's right in the middle, exactly in the middle, right next to Thomas Brady, who looks kind of like a deer in headlights because he was involved in that what was it, the FTX or whatever fallout. Poor guy. This guy's focused, though. Look how focused he looks. He's ready. He wants football in his life. He's glad he has football in his life. He's turning to his football family. Look at how laser focused he looks. He's going to turn this thing around. I wouldn't be shocked at all if he just takes the world by storm right now. You know, football is his family. Football is his consistency right now. He's going to turn to it. Rashad White's part of that. Rashad White Day. Rashad White Day. I'm so excited for Rashad White to absolutely explode in week number 12. I'll see you all on the 7 p.m. show. We're going to go a little early today on the 7 p.m. show. We got another little Thanksgiving thing we got to do later today. So I'm going to push the show forward a little bit, and we'll be ending around like in the 7 p.m. Eastern hour and starting a little earlier. So I'll see you there.